All right, great job. Okay, so next speaker partner is from Italy, and that's important. He also chopped his thumb off chopping wood in Iceland? Yeah, in Iceland, right? So it's, he may show you like a thumb trick or something up here. Anyways, it grew back. He said he actually glued his thumb back on and it grew back. So there's your fun fact for the day. We're gonna check things out. All right, let's welcome up Ricky Zucchini with CloudRadial.
Super glue works really well. Hey, I'm Ricky Zucchini. I'm the VP of Product at CloudRadial. I think most of you guys have heard of us, and if not, really quick, very brief. We are a unified client portal. Our purpose is to kind of go in between like your PSA and your clients, right? We want something that they can interact with, and we want something that they can self-service themselves. That's a subject I'm going to touch on and really kind of talk about in depth. And I'm doing something that's a little bit different. We've done a lot of presentations in the past at different shows, especially here at Something Bigger. We've talked about what we do and how that helps, and that's cool. But I want to focus on something interesting, which is the concept of self-service and automation. So I'm going to talk about a feature that I hope is, again, good for us, but also getting you guys thinking about something that you should be able to take away for yourselves, which is how do you empower somebody not to just self-service themselves, but also save you time on your own labor and reduce stress on your own teams and just be better, like for customers. So again, we can do that. Obviously, that's the point of my company. Client services automation is our CSAs. Again, it's supposed to invoke that concept of like PSA, CSA, client focused. And I want to talk about, again, a little bit of those self-service features, because for a moment, for 13 minutes and 31 seconds, I want to pretend like we're not MSPs, we're just people for a second. Because everybody here is a customer. Everyone here is a client, everybody here is a normal person, and you guys deal with the same problem that I do, which is it's really annoying to have to wait or have to hang on to something else to get your support, to get your answers, to get some kind of help. So we're talking about stuff, again, this is in our product, but there's the concept of self-service reporting, grabbing reports from whatever tool whenever you feel like it. The concept of being able to grab your tickets, like submit tickets or whatever to the PSA. You can do that within CloudRadial, and that's cool. Even down to like running their own QBRs and like helping to understand the roadmap and stuff in general, again, in the portal. The best way I can describe it, if you're having trouble understanding it, I'll show tangible examples, but it's like everybody here probably banks online, I would assume. Again, you can probably go online to some Chase.com, Wells Fargo, whatever. Maybe you have an app on your phone, and it's pretty easy to understand. If you want to do that now, in 2 hours or never, you can, right? You hop on, you check your balance, you apply for a loan, whatever, you can do that through your app. That's self-service. It's really annoying nowadays when you run into companies that don't have that, right? Again, not MSP, just think as a regular person. Here's a great example that I know hits home. Think about like internet. Back in the day, not that long ago, if your internet went down, what happened? You have to call AT&T or Spectrum or whoever, they send a tech out, and the magic happens and the internet's back up. Nowadays, what happens? You have an AT&T app, you click reset signal, it's done, right? That's your self-service. That's good self-service. I'm tired of having to wait on a tech to get to me as a user, right? Cool experience, like I love that he comes to my house, it's wonderful, but at the same time, I want to fix the problem fast. So the concept that I'm going to bring in a moment is, again, how you can add automation in front of your client. So it's one thing to automate stuff, that's cool. It's another thing if the client is the one triggering and solving their own problems. Just like the AT&T thing, send your own signal through your stuff. You add the value by putting this stuff forward, they execute it, which turns out to be a really cool thing. So my goal here is to make real full circle client self-service a reality. Same thing with AT&T or like your bank app, but for you guys, right? And try to take all that complexity. Can be really tough. I think we've got something that's pretty cool. So I'm going to show a little video here that hopefully speaks to the heart. Maybe just hopefully. If not, I may need someone to hit play on it.
All right, so I understand we just need to install a new printer on your device? Okay. Do I have permission to remotely access your device? Excellent. Okay. All right. I just sent you an email. It has a link that will give me permission to remotely access your device. Yes, I sent the same email. It should be as simple as clicking on the link that I sent you. Wait. What device are you on? You need to be on the same device that you're having the printer issue. Sure. I can wait for you to go to your car and get your laptop. Oh, I wish there was a way to make this not hard. Hello?
This is CloudRadial, and we have heard your cry for help. On your screen, you will see 2 buttons instead of black pills.
I'm not sure I did that, but yeah, I see it. And it looks a little early 2000s, but okay.
What CloudRadial is offering you is a choice. The blue button on your left is the hard button. Press this button, and you will choose the hard way. Everything will carry on as it has been. And you will continue to struggle with the painful tickets and frustrating end-user experiences. The red button on your right is the easy, is the not hard button.
Why can't you say easy?
Trademark issues.
Okay.
If you choose the not hard button, CloudRadial will step in and eliminate your ticketing and end-user issues.
I want it not hard.
I want it not hard. I'm choosing not hard.
Definitely not hard.
I kind of like it hard.
I guess you can't please everyone.
4 out of 5 MSPs agree. Not hard is better. Sorry, we can make it not hard.
Do you guys believe that Staples and Viagra hate that shit? Not a fan. But either way, automation, right? That's, again, the concept of it is really that easy. Again, forget the MSP stuff. It doesn't have to be hard. Like, we want to get to a point where it's actually pretty easy. So this is something that probably all of you guys know, but this is real results from a study, and I'll be honest, I forgot where it was from, but this is true. It's basically high-level stats on basically where do people see automation. And you're going to hear a lot of vendors, maybe even you guys yourselves, you're trying to get to this objective, and that's good. Like, objectively, it's a nice thing to have everywhere, because if you can do automation wherever, it saves time and money. But the high-level gist of this is like, people are seeing that as a mandatory must. Automation is going to happen everywhere, right? And in this case, I'm talking about the client experience. That's where CloudRadial comes from. The biggest stat, the most important one that I take from there is the last one, right? 90% of executives, I'm not talking about MSPs, I mean in business, see that as a necessary and mandatory way to scale up, right? So, as MSPs, if people bring the tech, you're kind of responsible for bringing that automation in. And if you bring that automation in, you're the hero, right? For them, for their customer, for their own users, and in general, it'll help you guys scale up and hopefully be even more profitable. So I could have done like a whole series of screenshots, but I actually recorded something, and I'm lazy, so I'm gonna just play my automations demo. That's gonna give you, in 90 seconds, a really quick overview of how it looks, both from the client perspective and both from the MSP perspective. And again, if you haven't seen CloudRadial, it'll give you a little bit of a gist, but this is really not about doing a demo of CloudRadial, it's about getting that self-service automation idea in there.
Hey there, this is Ricky Cicchini, VP of Product here at CloudRadial. CloudRadial is a unified client portal that allows your clients to self-service themselves in pretty much any and all of their needs. In this quick 90-second video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up and use an automation. Let's pretend we're the client, so let's head over to support and request service. Now let's say I'm going to download a piece of software, Notepad++. We're going to click on this ticket, select which PC gets it, and choose where the confirmation email goes to. Nice. The moment I hit submit, the ticket's getting created, that RMM that we're connected to is downloading that piece of software, and it's on the machine. We're done. That was pretty fast. If you're the client, that's super fast. If you're the MSP, it requires just a little bit more to set it up, but not that much. To do so, let's head to Partner and Automations. You can see that I've been playing with it for myself. That Notepad one that we just tried, running a script for disk cleanup, even an opportunity for a security audit. If I want to create my own automation, all I have to do is come here and add a brand new one and choose the different activities that create the automation. So maybe I want to do another one of those RMM downloads. All I have to do is name choose which device it goes to, or let the user choose like I did before, and then choose what they want to download or execute. Be sure to try it out for yourself, mix and match, create emails, send webhooks, create opportunities, you name it. Sky's the limit here, and I'm really excited for you to try it out. Thanks for watching.
Again, not a lot out of that necessarily in the sense that you go, yeah, I got everything I need to know, perfectly clear. But the concept is, you guys have so much tech that you use yourself. What we're trying to do is we're trying to basically borrow that technology, filter it out, like in the case of an RMM, right? Software download. It can be really dangerous to just go out there and say, yeah, I have my RMM, do whatever you want with it. Like, billions of problems, right? But when you can say, hey, I'm gonna build you an interface to say, go download that software, or go run that script, go run these 3 things that are gonna solve 80% of your issues, a tier 1 tech doesn't have to waste their time doing that, right? The person does it themselves, they send their own reset signal. So it's like, to get you an idea of what we can do now, and there's gonna be more stuff, because we literally just developed this. I'm on stage showing a feature that we basically have out there brand new and fresh. Again, self-service software, that's nice, that's cool stuff. Scripts and stuff, again, to eliminate not just requests, but actual issues. Cleaning yourself up and then being able to say like, hey, we tried this thing already, so again, somebody can skip all the basic diagnostics, it's still gonna save a bunch of time. Opportunities, right, that's another big one, right? So it's not just about service, it's about also, like, what if it could actually sell stuff for you, right? And that's another big thing. Okay, so what about for account management purposes? Automating that experience means that you should be able to have everything kind of done for you, all the grunt work that you don't want to spend time doing. CloudRadial can do that. But again, think about that from a greater perspective. It's not just CloudRadial, it's the customer is so much happier when they can get that themselves whenever they feel like it. And you don't have to stay up at 3 in the morning. If I order a laptop at 3 in the morning, I have an automation flow, it'll do it for me. Done. And the other cool stuff is, again, there's a lot more out there that we don't even know, right? So there's gonna be a lot of other vendors, there's gonna be a lot of things that you build yourselves that are gonna be cool and custom, and we don't know about that. So it's really important if you're technical, which I know a lot of you guys are, getting webhooks to talk to stuff, talking to Microsoft, right? Ordering a license, ordering it from vendors and whatnot, which is usually what people ask me in person after I show them stuff like this. It's like, well, okay, cool, I get the building block approach, but where does this end up going? Well, the goal for us was to do 2 things. I didn't put it in here because I thought it'd be a little bit much, but we actually polled our existing customers. We said, hey, automations, I know are important. Everybody's like, automation, automation, automation. Why doesn't everybody already have this? Realistically, right? Or people, why not? Because it's expensive, number one. Usually automation tools are pretty pricey. And then the other one is like, even if you can stomach the price, they're hard to set up. Like, who has time to go figuring out how to connect one thing to another, figure out a webhook, all the other stuff? If you want to, cool. But for most people, 90% of people, they don't have time. Which is why our feature is a drag and drop thing. When you hook into your systems and it reads them, we worked really hard to make it as easy as send an email, download a software, do whatever. So you don't have to spend a ton of time trying to figure out how to configure it and sending a developer or whatever. Too much, too much. So our whole goal here is to basically do about 60 to 80% of what the bigger automation players, the dedicated ones, I included them on there. Roost and PR are usually the ones that I like to go to. In a simple one, and again, client triggered is the big difference. The client executes themselves whatever they want, right? So what we're working for is better integrations with them. Again, we can still do some stuff with like webhooks and whatnot. Microsoft 365 is usually a pretty big pain. So again, license provisioning, all the other stuff. In between those two and what we can do now, we're basically to the point where you can self-onboard. Like create your own user, talk to the right services, order them a laptop all in one, which is great because that usually is probably the biggest thing that people struggle with. Onboarding and offboarding by yourself kind of sucks. And last but not least, the self-service ordering. We work with a lot of distributors, and that's another big thing. So it's not just about tapping into Microsoft or using your own PSA, but what if I could order licenses from like a PackSafe or some other distributor? And what if I could turn your portal, right, your CloudRadial portal, into a self-service portal? Well, then again, you basically have a passive way to sell more stuff without having to do anything. Go into the portal, click your stuff, check it out. So again, as much as I love talking about CloudRadial, that's cool, but I want you to take away, if you can make your clients self-service, if you can work on this in any degree, you're gonna make it not hard, which is mostly good. Thank you, I appreciate it. 1 minute left, that's good. Please come by for a demo or talk to Ryan, who's still meeting. Hey Ryan, hi. He's gonna be at our booth, we're out there. Thanks so much guys, appreciate you.